picture the ultimate audio-video control room. You're probably imagining like massive steel racks of gear, a tangled jungle of cables.
Right, and equipment that runs so hot you could fry an egg on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But today, we're looking at a piece of hardware from HDTVSupply that replaces that entire room, runs completely cool, and is, honestly, shockingly small. Welcome to this deep dive into the Atlona HW-OMNI-D4511 OmniStream AV-OIP decoder.
And just to decode that acronym right out of the gate, AVoIP stands for Audio Video over Internet Protocol.
Okay, got it.
It basically means taking ultra-high-quality video and audio, sending it over a standard network, and then turning it back into a pristine image on your screen.
Right, so the mission for you, the listener today, is to really understand how this single device juggles 4 separate 4K streams simultaneously.
With zero perceivable delay, I might add.
Which is wild because, moving that much uncompressed data, specifically 4K at 60 frames per second with 4.4.4 color, that usually creates a massive network traffic jam.
Oh, absolutely it does.
And 4.4.4 basically means zero color compression, right? Like every single pixel on the screen is getting its own full color information.
Precisely. Usually, squeezing all those pixels through a standard network cable, well, it forces a compromise.
Right.
You either compress the image so much it looks blocky and pixelated, or you buffer the video, which creates terrible lag.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Exactly. But this decoder avoids that by using the VCX codec. Instead of just dumbly pushing raw data, this codec intelligently packages the information so the presentation arrives entirely artifact-free.
I was actually trying to visualize how it moves so fast because the specs say the latency is less than 1 frame.
It's incredibly fast.
Right. So standard compression is kind of like tearing a house down, shipping the bricks in a truck, and, rebuilding it on the other side. That takes time.
A lot of time, yeah.
But the VCX codec feels more like teleporting the fully built house instantaneously.
That visual hits the nail on the head. It's doing incredibly complex math to reassemble the image on the fly without making you wait. To put that into perspective for you, think about being at a packed sports bar watching a live UFC fight.
Okay, I'm there.
If the audio is coming through the main speakers, but the video hitting the TV screen is delayed by even half a second, you'd hear the crowd erupt before you actually saw the knockout punch.
Oh, man. That would completely ruin the experience.
Exactly. So a network delay of less than 1 frame means your brain can't even perceive that the video had to travel across a network at all. It just feels instantaneous.
That makes total sense. But decoding one pristine 4K stream is one thing. Pushing 4 of them onto a single screen is where the bottleneck usually happens.
Yeah, but the device handles that through multi-view processing.
How does that work?
Well, it takes up to 4 separate streams, usually coming from Atlona's HW-OMNI-E4521 encoders, and composites them together.
Just dynamically dividing the bandwidth.
Right. The hardware inside dedicates a specific processing lane to each video stream so they never interfere with each other.
All on one screen. But hold on. If this thing is processing 4 heavy 4K streams simultaneously, routing network traffic, and wait, the sources also say it pumps out 60 watts to charge a laptop via USB-C.
It does do that, yes.
How is it not melting down? It sounds like it should be the size of a microwave.
You would think so, but all of this fits inside a half-width rack enclosure.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They achieved this through highly efficient thermal management on the processing chip itself. It just doesn't generate the massive heat that older processors do.
That is impressive.
Plus, it acts as a peripheral hub with integrated USB 2.0 and local device ports.
And just to clarify for everyone listening, to get that full 60-watt laptop charging capability, the sources do note you need to add an optional power supply.
Very true. Good point. But if you don't need to charge external devices, the decoder actually supports PoE, or Power over Ethernet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the exact same data cable delivering those 4 4K video streams is also providing the electrical power to run the unit itself. No separate power cord needed.
You are basically centralizing a massive 4K video switcher, a network hub, and power delivery into one tiny node. The Atlona HW-OMNI-D4511 manages flawless video and ultra-low latency in a surprisingly small footprint.
It really forces us to rethink what a workstation actually requires. We just don't need physically obtrusive hardware to handle heavy processing loads anymore.
Which leaves me with a final thought for you to mull over. As devices like this push intense processing, power over Ethernet, and multi-stream decoding into these tiny half-width racks, How close are we to a world where bulky desktop computers are entirely replaced?
That is the big question.
Imagine all of your processing power reduced to an invisible single-cable network hub hidden quietly inside the walls of your office with not a single tangled cable in sight.